Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Hello and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I'm David Benfield. You're back.
I'm
Hello.
back, baby. Yes,
Hi.
it feels like, I came in today and I was like, it felt like a proper vacation. Most vacations, they seem to go by like that. I actually felt like I was kind of ready to come back.
Yeah, it's like I talk about usually when you go to like Costa Rica, things like that, and I've been gone for like 10, 12, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
kind of things, right?
that's your longest
I am ready to come back by
Right.
then. You know what I
but
mean?
that's like what we need, right?
Exactly.
We don't want to feel like it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It was just the right amount. Had so much fun. You'll hear about it in just a second. But yeah, thank you for holding down the fort so that I could do that.
Easy. It was cool. We got some
Yeah.
folks in here today.
Yes, hey everybody.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on? So maybe we should just get right into it.
Let's do it.
Coming up, we have a special friend joining us today to talk about a shredding event put on by VyStar Credit Union. You definitely don't want to miss that.
Then it's time to test our soccer knowledge as we try to match countries to their World Cup crest. Whoa, this is not going to go well.
I'm so going down. I am not good at this kind of stuff.
I have no idea either.
Okay, good. We're just going to
Pure
guess.
guesses.
All right, here we
All
go.
right.
But first,
Yep.
it's time
Come
for
on. Say what?
That's right.
And as you can tell, Jordan is back in studio from her well-deserved vacation.
Thank you.
So let's talk about that well-deserved vacation.
Yes, it was so fun. So went to Chicago with my husband and some friends.
Right on.
And we mainly were going there for a music festival.
Yeah.
And we'll get to those pictures and videos in just a second, the ones that I can show.
I was about to say, really? Can we show someone else?
But I mean, it was my first time in Chicago. It was
It's a cool
absolutely
city, right?
beautiful. We ate at one of the little restaurants on the river there, and it was just, the weather was great too. And look at this, the juxtaposition, as I like to say, of the city to the music festival. You can see the skyscrapers in the background. Isn't that
Beautiful.
cool?
That's very cool.
So now we're kind of transitioning into the food. I do want to talk about that because everyone says, the
Yes,
deep dish,
the
you
deep
gotta
dish.
try that.
And the tavern style. You did both. I like
I
that.
tried
I'm proud
one.
of you.
I honestly, it's not my favorite style of pizza to be, to be honest.
Listen, it's not pizza. It's like a cake of pizza.
Yeah,
almost,
I'm a Brooklyn
right?
style pizza kind of person, but this cake here, you see my husband in the background. This thing, we went to Gibson's Steakhouse, and it was a huge slice of like ice cream cake. It was so amazing. We could barely eat it. We also went to Tao there.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun. We went to so many places. What was cool is we went with a couple days to just do Chicago things, and then of course we had the Saturday, Sunday music festival. So now we can move on to that. And it was called Beyond Wonderland. They do 3 different ones, one in Illinois, one in Washington State, and one in California.
Gotcha.
So it's basically just EDM. Y'all know I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
You always hear about me at Decca. We also went there on Friday night.
That's
but it's
cool.
an
What a
Alice
great
in Wonderland.
costume.
Oh, there's Rob as Tweedledee with his shirt off.
The
but-
swollest Tweedledee I've ever seen.
Yeah, but there's the Queen, and then this was really cool too. At night they had, the caterpillar of Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland, even though it looks totally different. But
Whatever. It's cool.
it's just kind of a cool vibe there. Have you ever been to
one of those kind of festivals?
Yeah.
I have not.
You've done Rockville.
I have done Rockville. Geez, how many times now? I think it's like 5 or 6 at least, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've done Rockville. I've done Lollapalooza. Went to that one year.
Oh.
Yeah, I've done
that's
several festivals in New Orleans and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But Chicago as a town, what'd you think?
It was really, really nice. I
Isn't it
enjoyed it. I
cool?
got to see the Bean. I got to walk around the shopping district and the parks and all
It's
that kind
amazing.
Of stuff,
It's
so.
one of the great proper cities that we have in the United States.
Yeah, it was
really is
wonderful,
cool.
and the weather was great. So thank you
deal.
again. I had so much fun.
All
Good
right,
to be
well,
back.
let's move it on. We're going to go
All
to the
right.
kitchen. I got to take a walk. It's time for Living in the Winn-Dixie Kitchen, built by ProCraft Cabinetry. So who's looking for a sweet summer treat to eat? Well, the Purple Princess Banana Pudding and treats might have the cure to your sweet tooth. We're joined by owners Marvin and Tori Kirkland. Hello.
Hello, David. How's it going?
Y'all look great. Look at
Well,
you.
thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
as well.
Okay, so what inspired you to start Purple Princess Banana Pudding and Treats?
All right, well, let's take it back. My wife, a part of a line dancing community with Mr. Charles and Miss Brenda Scanlon of Jazz Co Line Dancing. And so it's a big line dance community.
All right.
Bring up like a potluck. They bring desserts. My wife started making a banana pudding,
Okay.
and we'll bring it. So the first thing when she walk in the door, that's the first thing to go.
Oh,
Yeah, so we watched that for about 2 months. Went to my wife, said, okay, listen, it's time for us to turn this into something.
And that's
Yeah.
how it started.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been going now?
Now, almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
8
it.
years.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so tell us about your signature banana pudding and what makes it special.
Signature, we have 12 flavors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I won't give you a whole rundown, but like we have strawberry cheesecake, of course, original, Biscoff. We have key lime. We have red velvet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Strawberry crumble cake.
That's my jam.
yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds like right up my alley. The strawberry
Yes, sir.
I love those strawberry shortcake ice cream bars.
Oh,
yeah, you
oh,
get
so
a
you'll
little
love
crunch.
this. Oh, yeah, you'll love this.
Texture.
Oh, yeah, you'll love this,
That's my
baby.
jam.
So we
Yeah.
give a whole experience
Yeah.
because we're just not pudding.
Right,
we have
right,
over
right.
40 banana pudding inspired desserts.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we give you a full experience.
Right.
Okay, so so tell me about some of those other desserts, right? So aside from the banana pudding, what do you have?
Okay, well, we have our banana pudding popcorn, as you've seen yourself.
Yeah.
We also have our dessert drink. It's called Banana Maze.
Banana Maze.
Can I drink one of them?
Absolutely. I want you to
I'm gonna go
grab
get it.
that.
Absolutely.
Hang on.
Grab
Yeah,
that. Listen.
banana flavored lemonade.
Banana flavored lemonade. And listen,
Yes.
we know we need to get it from you 100.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, it's official. It's official. David, what you say?
God, that's good.
That's what's up. So
And we
why?
get some adjectives.
Yeah, he can't stop drinking. So we go
I got
continue.
bad words to say. That's how good it is. It'll make you say bad words.
That's
Like,
what's up. That's
"Woo," and
what's
I gotta
up.
pull back.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is delicious. Seriously,
Thank you
that's
for
amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're competing in the favorite chef competition.
Yes.
So
Right.
let me tell us about that competition and what would winning that actually mean.
Okay, so the favorite
That's
chef.
really good.
Thank you. The favorite chef is created by the James Beard Foundation. The James Beard Foundation takes the donations that are given for the competition and they divide it into different states and cities for food deserts.
For food, right.
Oh, that's great.
Right.
Yeah. So the competition, you don't have to donate to vote for us.
Okay.
But it is encouraged
Right.
because it actually helps.
It helps.
Right.
Yes.
Great benefits. Great
Yes.
benefits from
So
it.
it's 9 rounds. We're currently in round 2.
Yes.
We're currently placed at number 2.
Oh.
And so the second round ends on Thursday,
Uh-huh.
and then we go into third round, and it goes to 9 rounds. Once the 9 rounds are up, the winner, the Purple Princess,
Yeah, that's
Right.
what's up.
Absolutely.
wins $25,000.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
get to go on Chewed Up with Chef Carla Hall because she's the chef that's over the favorite chef.
Right.
And
Right.
you also get a 2 to 4 page advertorial in Taste of Home magazine.
Yes.
So Duval, we need your
Yes.
votes.
That's what's
Absolutely.
up.
Duval,
Okay, so,
stand up.
all right, so how do we vote?
You vote. Either go to our Facebook page, the Purple Princess Banana Pudding and Treats,
Yes.
or all of our Instagrams
Right,
or
our social
TikToks,
media.
all of our
Right,
social
right,
medias.
right.
You can go to favoritechef.com, Tori Kirkland, the Purple
Right.
Princess Banana Pudding and Treats, and just vote.
And
once a day
cast your
for free.
votes.
Once a day. Okay, so we
Yeah.
can vote every day.
You can vote
Every single day.
Oh, I love
Every
it.
single day.
All right, well, let's get out there. Let's get those votes in there. We got to make
Absolutely.
winners out of them. Let's put Duval County on the map. Thank you so very much for being here today.
Duval,
I really do
stand up.
appreciate it.
Yes,
This is
sir.
great. I'm going to be grabbing a whole bunch of treats. I'm going to
Absolutely.
take those with me. But for now, let's
Absolutely.
send it over to Jordan. What you got?
Well, calling all nonprofit organizations, the Mennonite Club of Jacksonville wants you to apply for their annual charity grant. So here to tell us all about it, past presidents Wes Benwick and Melanie Messer, as well as the executive director of Sanctuary on 8th Street, Rick Cartledge, who was a past grant recipient. So thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to see you. Okay, so we have not had the Mennonite Club of Jacksonville on before. So 100+ year history. What do you guys exactly do for the community?
Yes, so we were founded in 1919 and we are truly an organization of doers. We are comprised of civic, business, community, and military leaders throughout the community. And our whole focus is about bringing help where none is available. And youth, the youth of our community, is truly the heart of what we do and why we come together to support this great work.
Yes, and tell us a little bit about your organization and why it was so important for you to get this grant.
Yes, well, the Sanctuary's been around since 1992. We serve over 100 kids in our after school and summer camp program. And this gift from the Mennonite Charity Group really transforms a room that was an oversized closet. And now it's going to be a multi-purpose room where our dedicated staff, teachers, and volunteers can work with the children in a one-on-one setting.
That's amazing. And so how long have you been, you said since what year?
So the agency started in 1992.
92, okay.
I've been grateful and lucky to be with the agency since 2010. It's my
Okay.
17th summer camp right now.
Amazing. Well, we'll have to have you come on and talk about a little bit more about what you do as well. Share some examples then too about some recently awarded grants from previous years.
Yeah, I mean, the this goes way back. We've been doing this for almost our entire existence here at Mennonach. We've done work with the Clara Wright Mission and a project they had growing garden and food.
Oh, nice.
And what they call a food desert on
Yep.
the north side. That's been one. We've done a robotics camp
Very
for
cool.
kids before, where they needed to improve their roof. So they could have programming year-round and more air-conditioned space. What's unique about this is only for capital and infrastructure improvements. This
Okay.
isn't for operating.
Okay.
So this is to fix up a building, replace a roof, change out maybe air conditioning or add air conditioning, or do whatever we can do so that space is more useful for more parts of the year and for more years to come.
Right, and so they can actually do their purpose.
Right.
Because it sounds like it's something that's like a foundational thing, like if it's a piece of their building that needs to be fixed, like you can't really move on until you kind of fix that. And if they don't have the funds for that, that's really nice that you can help step in a little bit there. How do you guys get your funds exactly?
Yeah, so that's what's so great about Mennonach. We might be the best kept secret in Jacksonville.
Right, I'm like,
but
let's tell the people.
we've got some really generous members and businesses over the years who have essentially funded our foundation. And our foundation is what allows this scholarship and this charity program to continue to fund itself every year.
Okay.
So we've got members who contribute money every year, but we really have a foundation that is essentially well managed and on its own and keeps this gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, that's wonderful. What's the criteria to be considered? Because you're obviously asking for nonprofits to sign up.
Yeah, well, so
and apply.
this is my favorite time of year. Applications are officially open in June. They can visit our website, mennonach.org. There's a button called Give, and you can click on that and get to the charity application. This is the first year we're increasing it to $50,000.
Oh, wow,
So
very nice.
that's a big deal. The success of our foundation is allowing that to happen. And applications will be open through August.
Okay.
And then we have a committee that comes together that evaluates all of the applicants. And we take a top 10 list. We pair up and we go and we actually do site visits, and we narrow that down to the top 3. It's almost like American Idol, except for nonprofits, right?
I love
and then
that.
what I'm hoping we'll be able to do this year is actually announce the winner on this show in
Okay.
November when that selection is made.
That would be amazing. Keep us posted, of course. One more time where folks can apply.
Yep, Mennonach.org, MENINAK.org.
We did a spelling bee on our show a couple weeks ago too. That would have had me thrown, I'm sure. Thank you all so much for joining us and for what you do. I think it's fantastic. And if you are a nonprofit, make sure you go check it out. But also reach out to us. We'd love to give you a platform as well. All right, David, over to you.
All right, it's time for Modern Motherhood with Jacksonville Mom. Summer vacation is now underway. We're joined by Jacksonville Mom Managing Editor Tina Peckham to talk about summer reading initiatives for kids. And you brought some guests.
I did. I brought my readers.
Oh, who do we have here today?
This is Austin. He's in 2nd grade.
Hey, dude.
Archer's in 4th grade.
Hey, dude.
Big readers. Which one's the big reader? Who likes to read?
You?
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. All right, so why is summer reading so important for the kiddos?
Yeah, so what some call the summer slide can happen during the summer when kids, are away from school, and if they're not reading, it doesn't keep their brain sharp, and
Yeah.
they kind of lose some of those academic skills that they gained over the school year.
Yep.
And so even reading for just 15 to 20 minutes a day can really help build those literacy skills.
Yeah.
And
And keep everybody tight, right? So we don't slip.
Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, that has absolutely been the case. And I've had a couple different summers where you go back to school and you're like, wait a minute.
What?
I need about a week to
I
catch up.
know, exactly.
Okay, so parents often struggle to get kids excited about reading. So what's the secret?
Honestly, make it fun and make it their choice. Like, let them pick. Austin, do you want to talk about your favorite books?
Yeah, what's your favorite books, man?
Magic Treehouse.
Ooh. Why is that one your favorite?
Because I'm reading it.
Okay, right on. What about you? What's your favorite?
Wings of Fire. I started reading this version like a month ago. I finished all the graphic novels, so I wanted to step up a bump and started reading.
I like it.
chapter
That's a
books.
great
Yeah,
idea. And there's no pictures.
Yeah, and like graphic novels are a great starting point, and then you
Absolutely.
can go on up to chapter books. But yeah, it's really finding something they like. Like, I have to pry this out of his hands.
No, that's great though. All right, so you mentioned reading incentives, right? So what
Yes.
are some of the best programs available for this summer?
So do you remember the Book It program from
Yeah.
Pizza Hut?
Yes.
So yeah, if you recognize the little logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's back, and there's there's a mobile app, so you can set reading goals for each month for June, July, and August. And if your children meet those goals, you can get a free personal pan pizza, just like back in
Just
the
like in
80s
the
and
old
90s.
days. Oh man. I'm telling you, guys, I had so many personal pan pizzas back in the day.
So many.
What?
And like Barnes & Noble, you can go in, they have a little reading bracket and where you can fill it out and then get a free book. And also libraries are incredible resources.
Absolutely.
The Jacksonville Public Library has like a little chart you can fill out, and and when you get to the end of the summer, like if you read for so many minutes a day, you get a free book. St. John's Public Library, same thing. And there's also like story times, workshops. I mean, we really just, it's a great way.
The public library downtown is really, really cool.
It's amazing.
It's cool, and it has all kinds of fun stuff. It's not just books, guys. Like, there's all kinds of stuff
amazing.
in
You
there.
guys love the big library, right? We like to go to Sweet Pete's and then go to the library sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do.
Yeah. I don't blame you. That sounds really, really cool. Okay, so do reading incentives really actually work?
Honestly, yeah, if kids have a goal, I mean, they're gonna go for it, especially if you dangle a prize in front of them, or even like a family ice cream night, like, or something, extra screen time for reading. And it'll kind of give that added incentive to get them to wanna keep reading. Because I do have to, I mean, honestly, they're gonna pick their tablet over their book any day.
Sure.
So
you got to figure out,
get
like you can have the tablet, buddy, but you got to read a whole chapter first.
Yes,
I can dig it. Tina, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Where do we go to learn more information?
JacksonvilleMom.com. Tons of tips for getting your kids to read, and also some of those resources linked online.
I love it. Thank you so very much. And
Thank
guys,
you.
good to see you guys. Boosh. Boosh. I love it. Good job. All right, Jordan, it's up to you.
Aw, well, we continue to kick it on First Coast Living. Producer Matt is joining us to test our World Cup knowledge. Hopefully it's a little better than that. I'm just kidding. All right, plus we saw rain over the weekend. I love you, Matt. I love you. But are we going to see it throughout the work week? We'll check in a little later on with Rain or Shine. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This summer, Universal Orlando Resort presents a summer of thrills, adventure, and fun. It's a summer you'll never forget.
First Coast Living wants to send you to experience the summer fun at Universal Orlando Resort. Be the 12th person to call 904-605-2525. Lines are open now. You can find official rules and more at firstcoastnews.com/contests.
Welcome back. It is now time to Guess That Crest World Cup edition. Producer Matt is joining us to see if we know ball. Is that how they say it?
Do you guys know ball?
No. No.
Put a lot of emphasis on ball, but I know ball. I like to think I do, but I'm usually wrong in these type of things. But it's a World Cup. It's one of the greatest spectacle of all sports. And a lot of teams are very proud of their country, country of origin, and they always seem to just kiss their crest when they score a goal. So we're going to take a look at some of the most iconic crests in the world. All right, Measle and whoever our director is, go ahead and roll it. All right, little hint for you guys. I got some hints, so don't worry.
Okay.
This team tied with Japan in a 2-2 thriller on Sunday. Who are they? I can give you all another hint if you want.
Yeah, I feel like we don't
Oh,
have
no,
multiple choice 'cause
no,
I don't
no,
even
I
know
just
who's playing.
remembered
I'm sorry,
somebody
I
just
don't.
oh,
Philippines?
no.
No.
One more hint.
Think of clogs, little.
Danish people. Or I don't know.
They are
Denmark?
Dutch.
Dutch is correct. They are the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
It's
I
the
was like,
Netherlands.
I was like thinking, what's the country?
All right, guys, here's our second crest.
Denmark is what I
You may know their star player who plays.
lot
Go
of
back,
lions.
guys.
Nope, go back one.
Go back one more. Whoop. All right, we'll just stick with this. All right, the three lions. Big hint right here. They blew.
Oh, nope, that's the first one.
That's the first one.
We're off the rails.
It's all right. Hey, we're still kicking it. I'll drop the soccer punch for you guys.
I love that.
But
Good
the
job.
second hint.
Okay, so this
you
one.
may know their star player. He plays for FC Miami. Their star player.
Is this Greece?
Oh, what's his name?
It's not Greece. No.
Messi.
Where
Did I
is
get it
Messi
right?
from, though? What country is Messi from?
Brazil?
Close, David.
People are going to be like, how do you not know?
Oh, Argentina.
Oh, an A.
Oh, let's
There's an
go.
A.
Come on.
He's like,
There's an A in
Yes,
Brazil.
Marshall's like, dude,
Oh,
there's an A.
Argentina,
Like,
that'd
come
be
on, man.
Come on.
I don't
Hey, it's all right.
It's
Yeah, I don't know.
embarrassing.
You guys don't know ball.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
I feel like we at least need multiple choice.
right,
I'm like
here we go.
naming countries that probably aren't even
Number
playing.
3.
right.
All right, this team, I'll give you all 2 hints. This team
Okay.
won their first World Cup and only World Cup in 1966, but they also blew a
60 years ago.
13 colony lead.
Oh, it's England.
Bingo. Oh, what hint
That was
gave
a
it
great
away?
hit. That was
What
they
hint
blew a
did-
13 colony lead. That's
I
amazing.
thought the knowledge of
Good one.
1966 was the hint, but I guess blowing a 13 colony lead.
Yeah.
And they're the reason why we're celebrating 250.
That's exactly right.
So a little
Oh, yeah.
patriotism right there, baby. Keep your T's. What's a meter? We do things customary here.
exactly right.
Exactly. This is the only team that has qualified for every World Cup since
Wow.
1930. And remember, think of history, think of the stars. The stars represent World Cup titles.
Okay.
Rich in football
Brazil.
history.
I would say like London or something. Or like,
London's England, and we just had them, but Brazil is correct. Brazil is correct.
Oh, that was great. That was great. That was
I'll let you.
I was halfway listening, okay?
Jordan just came back from vacation, so
Basically,
it
this is
doesn't.
all going over
it
my
doesn't
head.
count.
That was
Jordan's
great.
Jordan's back from vacation.
That was
Let her-
great. Is this Spain?
This team won the World Cup in 2010.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is
Spain.
just,
I'll say Spain.
That is Spain.
Oh yeah.
I love how they left you hanging initially.
España.
They won one
Spain.
time? Is that-
They won
that's
one
what that
time. But they actually are the favorite to win, so maybe we'll see 2 stars.
I have not been
next
paying
4
attention
years.
at all. I'm sorry, guys. I
Apparently,
really
the United States is really good this year.
Well, and I know that you had our friend on Friday with the UV bug, the VW bug.
Yeah.
I'm like way out of
Yes.
practice talking,
Yes.
y'all. But how did that go?
That was awesome.
And
He
then
did-
he's going to all the World Cup
yeah,
games
he's
that
gonna
are in
travel around.
here,
He's gonna hit
America.
every one of the stadiums. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So there's a soccer fan named German Fred.
Okay.
He just documents his entire travels. He's from Germany, came to the States. He's like, at Waffle House, this is incredible.
Yes,
Here
it
at
is.
Taco Bell, phenomenal. stepped into an SEC stadium. He's like, this is what they mean when they say the European mind cannot comprehend. But thank you for playing Guess That Crest.
Yeah,
we
man.
apparently
That was
do not
horrible.
know ball.
Good job, David.
London is a city in England.
Yes, that's right. England is a country. It's a part of Great Britain.
Go ahead and wrap it. Take us a break, Jordan.
We'll be right back.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Welcome back. It is now time for Rain or Shine with meteorologist Mike Prangley. Mike, you could have helped me out with the London, England thing.
That's true.
His daughter lives there.
Well, we missed you. Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Let's keep, we're going to stay cool like Jordan today because it's 89 with a feels like temperature of 106. So the beach right now, 106. So the heat wave goes on, 102, Keystone, Palaca. So remember the pets. So see the pooper here? We got the red paw prints. Short walks and make sure they got some playtime inside in the air conditioning. That's what this is all about. Now you see the storms. We do have a weather impact alert. Just a reminder, that's as we go into later this afternoon. So check in with us. We'll have another round of storms. And just remember, walk the dogs on the grassy areas this time of year. That high of 95 today will feel like 155 on the pavement.
Yeah, if it's too hot for us, it's definitely too hot for them.
Right. So doggy boots aren't just for rain. It's just to keep their paws from burning.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that. And then when did you say about the weather impact alert? I'm sure we'll learn more about it at noon.
For the drive home, we have another round of storms. So localized flooding on the streets and watching the lightning, just like yesterday, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
All right, thank you so much for that, Mike. David, over to you.
Get ready to shred it. We're talking about the Free Shred event, and here to tell us more about it, we have Chuck Meredith and Stephanie Young from ViStar Credit Union and our very own Anthony Austin. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, thanks for being here. This is cool to have you and FCL. This is awesome,
glad to
man.
be here.
Very neat. Okay, so tell us about the Free Shred event and why we should mark our calendars.
The Shred event is a free community event for residential customers to come out and dispose of all their old documents and things of that nature. It is basically so you can take anything that needs to be shredded out, gotten rid of, so you don't keep it on hand, but it's going to be over at the ViStar Ballpark in Lot P tomorrow from 5 to 7:30. But for more details, I think Stephanie's got a little more.
So I want our consumers to know that this is secure. So all the document bins are locked. They go in our secured truck. When that truck is full, they have to go back to our facility in Green Cove where we're shredding it over there. That facility is secure also. High-tech security and surveillance and that, so our consumers can not be concerned about their protection. They're highly protected.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Because like what we're asking to shred is old, very sensitive documents, right? Like so. Okay, so what's one? Let me ask the both of you this. So what's one simple thing that folks can start doing today to better protect themselves from fraud?
Well, first of all, as far as just going to your e-documents and getting away from the paper docs. Next, have a system set up to shred your documents. But most importantly, if something looks fraudulent, just slow down, stop, think for a second, and when in doubt, just reach out. You always want to verify.
Absolutely, and and going to a shred event is a lot safer than just taking it out in the backyard and burning it, right? Exactly. Especially when it comes to like droughts and things of that nature. So we're not suggesting you do that at all. All right, Anthony, I've got some questions for you. You spent years investigating consumer complaints. So what have you learned about fraudsters and how they operate?
I can tell you that people who are victims of fraud, it doesn't matter your age, where you live, they can get a hold of your information just like that. And I know, I've interviewed Chuck a few times, and we talk about, people might just toss some of those old bank statements or medical bills in the trash can, not thinking much of it, or even some of that junk mail you have just laying around your house. It has your personal information on there. And fraudsters can get a hold of that. They can go in your mailbox, especially around the first of the month, take what they need, and next thing you know, you're getting all these phone calls about different things that have been opened in your name.
Yeah, and you're like, what? I've never even been there.
Right? Exactly,
It's that kind of situation. All right, so is there one story you've covered that really opened your eyes to how devastating, identity theft can actually be?
I get emails all the time from people who have had their identity stolen. I just recently did a story about a man who had his retirement savings stolen because his identity was taken. And so you realize that he didn't even realize what he was giving away would open the door to something like that. So like Chuck said, when in doubt, reach out, always call, always check before you give out any of your personal information.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's drive it home. Let's send the details one more time, and then tell people what they can experience when they show up. Like, what's that going to be like?
So we want you to stay in your vehicle. It moves a lot quicker if you stay in your vehicle and just tell our individuals where your documents are. They'll get them out of your vehicle for you. But once again, it's secured all the way to our facility. This is for residential. If you are a commercial user and you need services, you can go to shredforgood.org.
Okay.
Fill out our form and one of our people will contact you.
Okay.
But that's what we expect them to have on Tuesday.
I love that. Very cool. Guys, make sure that you get out there. And just to drive this home, this is for residents, right? So if you own a commercial business, like she said, make sure that you go and reach out to them ahead of time so that way we don't bog down the lines and things like that, because commercial businesses have substantially more documents that they need to get rid of than your own personal stuff. So with that being said, hopefully you get out there, get some of those documents taken care of appropriately and avoid some fraud. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back after the break.
This summer, Universal Orlando Resort presents a summer of thrills, adventure, and fun. It's a summer you'll never forget. And it's only at Universal Orlando Resort.
A new survey by U.S. company DECT shows that whether it's a school event, a birthday party, or a rare day off to simply spend time together, many dads are missing meaningful moments with their kids because work and financial pressure get in the way. DECT Vice President Greg Randolph joins us with more. Greg, thank you so very much for joining us. Tell us about the Dad Time Off initiative.
Well, good morning, David, and thanks for having us on. Yes, so Dad Time Off. Last year, we decided that we would, rather than try to get people to buy something or offer a deal or promotion for Father's Day, that we wanted to give something back to the community. And we did a little research that told us that dads really struggle to get time off to spend with their kids, their families, their wives. And so dad time off is DTO is our answer to that. And instead of trying to sell something like I mentioned, we decided we'd give $100 dads $500 to take the day off to spend as they like, to create those bonds and memories that we'd only get a fleeting chance in our lives to create. And the research really showed that that is probably the number one thing that dads out there could really use is just a day. 65% of dads miss significant life events with their family because of work, and over 50% of those miss those events because they couldn't afford to take a day off. And like you said, birthdays and piano recitals, football games, whatever it is, we just really wanted to provide an opportunity for dads to be able to be there and be present for their families when they're needed.
I think that is fantastic. I dig the DTO, man. Growing up, my dad was in the military, so 6 months of the time he'd be on the boat, and 6 months of the time he'd be at home. So, it's a struggle, and it's a bummer for the kids. All right, so what did your survey reveal about the challenges working dads face today?
I think it's really just, we had like 7,000 entries last year, and reading through them, you just really see that a lot of dads struggle to make ends meet, big commutes from work. Like 10 to 15% of them miss birthday parties or other things like of that kind of significance. And blue collar dads especially, who are primarily or typically wage earners, they don't get paid if they don't show up for work. And even more profound with younger dads, millennials, young Gen Zs. And that really was just one of those edifying moments for us that was a call to action that we needed to, put our money where our mouth is, and not only talk about, how important the family is and being present, but also encourage other employers to understand the value there is in having employees that are connected with their families and feel stable and secure, and those relationships and bonds are strong, because in the end they are better employees when they're not worrying about their home life as much, and they can focus more on work.
Yeah, so let's piggyback on that a little bit about the blue collar dads and stuff, and as far as their relationship with their employers, what do they need from them?
It's not our job to really tell people how to manage their employees and their businesses, but I think that it really pointed out that as employers, we all work really hard, and work is important, but the family is more important, and family should come first. And here at DACT, we try to lead by example, and we really encourage everyone that works for our company, if they have, a kid's got a soccer game, we'll go see that soccer game. Or if it's a birthday or, whatever an event it is, it's really important to you and the family, like you should be able to be present. And we have to balance that work-life, relationship. But as employers, it's too often that we're chasing profits, we're chasing revenues, and we forget that those profits and revenues come from hardworking employees, and those employees, need to be grounded in their personal lives to be effective at work. And I think that's really what we're saying here is like, take a minute, take a breath, go be there, and then you'll come back and be a better employee.
Yeah, absolutely. When all's said and done, no one's ever like, oh, I wish I would have spent less time with my family. So, all right, so how does the Dad Time Off campaign actually work, and who can be nominated?
Yeah, you can nominate yourself if you're a dad. You can nominate your own father or a dad that could use a day off. And it's very simple. You just go to our website, DECKED, DECKED.com. That's DECKED.com. And on the homepage there, you'll see the Dad Time Off banner. Click on that thing. You'll go to a form. And we just ask, for your name and your email address so we can contact the winners. And then a short anecdote or a nomination, basically, like why do you yourself deserve a day off with your family? And then hit submit, and we'll take care of the rest. And like I said, it's 100 dads are going to get $500. So that's about $80 an hour, depending on how long your workday is and what you get paid. It's a good day's wage. And we really want everyone to enter. And the more the merrier. It's a great thing that you can do for your father or yourself or one you know.
Greg, I really do appreciate it. It sounds absolutely amazing. Decked.com, guys, go there. And if you want to watch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus. Whether it's a cross-country flight or a weekend road trip, today's getaways take more than a packed bag. It takes a plan. To help make this summer's next adventure smooth sailing, lifestyle and beauty expert Kelsey Griffin joins us for her Travel Smarter Essentials, from practical planning to travel know-how. Kelsey, thank you so much for joining us today. What's your top tip for planning time away from home this summer?
Yeah, so people tend to think of travel as just vacations, but so many of life's biggest moments, like a new job, maybe a home renovation, relocation, even a temporary work assignment, can take us away from home for weeks and sometimes even months. So that's why I love Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. They have an extended stay brand for every type of traveler. So you can think brands like Hawthorne, Echo Suites, WaterWalk. These are all designed for travelers who need more than just a place to sleep. Plus, with spacious suites, kitchens, and really thoughtful amenities like on-site laundry, full gyms, and smart TVs, guests can maintain their routines and just really feel more comfortable and at home during their stays. And right now, they're running a variety of offers that can help you save money on your next extended stay. So you can check out those details at wyndhamhotels.com/extended stay.
You know, those are actually really fantastic. My wife and I, so we have a 17-month-old at the house, right? And so those hotels are fantastic because we can put her in the pack and play in that living room area, and then we have the bedroom so everybody actually gets to sleep. So it's really, really great. So if you got a family, guys, these are fantastic for you. Okay, Kelsey, so how can we stay comfortable, organized, and refreshed while traveling this summer?
Yeah, so honestly, the goal for me is always to just make travel feel less stressful in general. And it really comes down to those three things. So first of all, comfort. I always dress in layers because somehow planes, trains, cars, they are just never the temperature that you actually want them to be. And then organization is really what saves me the most stress. So I actually like to keep a full tech pouch and then also a toiletry bag packed at all times. So I have a set of chargers, cords, adapters, and then also my travel size toiletries stocked and ready to go. So that way, anytime I travel, I know that I have my absolute essentials with me and I don't have to worry about those. And then as for feeling refreshed, I like to keep just a few small items in my bag with me to, refresh myself at the end of the travel day. So things like a face mist, maybe a lip balm, some gum, nothing too complicated, but these little items do make a huge difference after a long day.
I like those ideas a lot. I typically do have the tech bag and my little ditty bag as well, right? Like I'm always on the move. So yeah, that helps to keep things very efficient. So what are some easy ways to keep the trip fun and stress-free, for families?
Yeah, so Legoland Florida is literally built for families with over 50 rides, shows, attractions, plus a water park, a sea life aquarium, and Peppa Pig theme park all in one place. Their new Galactic Coaster is an indoor space-themed family coaster where kids can customize their own spacecraft. And their Lego Festival runs July 20th through August 16th with 5 different interactive zones with tons of build challenges and live entertainment. And also running June 11th through the 19th, the FIFA World Cup 2026 experience lets kids meet Lego versions of soccer superstars like Messi and Ronaldo and attempt to score against a life-size Lego figure. And on July 4th, their Red, White, and Boom returns to celebrate America's 250th birthday with a really amazing fireworks show. So lots of stuff going on for the family at Legoland. So you can check out those details at legoland.com/Florida.
Oh, I'm telling you what, you just said the magic word for my daughter Gwen. You're talking Peppa Pig. Oh man, she's gonna love Peppa Pig Land. All right, Kelsey, before I let you go, where do we go to learn some more information?
Yeah, you can go to each of those brands' websites for more information.
Fantastic, Kelsey. Thank you so much. And folks at home, if you want to watch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus. Swimsuit season is here and social media is filled with summer body advice that can leave people feeling overwhelmed instead of motivated. Here to help with simple ways to stay fit, feel great, and enjoy the season is celebrity fitness trainer and nutrition expert, Stephanie Mansour. Stephanie, thank you so very much for joining us again. I really do appreciate your time. What should people do to get fit for summertime?
No, David, I like to focus on consistency rather than intensity. So Step It Up with Steph is all about helping to motivate people to move daily. And whether that's something like a 5-minute workout first thing in the morning or going on a walk, I want to help people take small, manageable steps that build confidence, create momentum, and lead to lasting results, and make you feel like you can do it. You did it today, and now you're craving it tomorrow, and you're ready to do it again.
I like it, I like it. Okay, so how can we stay dry as the weather gets warmer?
Yeah, you know, as the temperatures rise, even our everyday activities can feel like a workout. So on days like these, it really calls for sweat protection that can keep up. Say goodbye to annoying sweat stains and odor with the new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant that provides clinically proven 100-hour protection against 3 types of sweat: stress, heat, and activity. This triple-acting formula is great for intense sweating. It offers 3 times the protection compared to an ordinary antiperspirant, and it's perfect for staying active this summer.
All right, so can you share a secret for maintaining a good diet?
Yeah, you know, for whole body health and wellness, I like to start by supporting digestive health and getting more fruits and vegetables, especially greens, into your daily diet. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, is making it easier with its new Super Greens line. Nature Made Super Greens are made with real greens, including spinach, kale, and broccoli, plus 12 key nutrients and digestive health ingredients added to support gut and whole body health. They're available in easy to take capsules and a powder drink mix, which I love adding to my morning smoothies.
Okay, I like it. What's your go-to for staying fit all summer long?
Yes, well, David, I have my Step It Up with Steph app with daily 60-second challenges. So things like lifting your arms up over your head, over your heart, and breathing. So breathing in and then out. Really syncing your breath with your movement is a great way to start the day and a great way to signal to your brain, hey, I'm prioritizing me. I'm doing something for myself first thing in the morning. And then if you're good with the 60-second daily challenge, you can step it up and move into a 5-minute workout. The key is to do things that you enjoy and to make sure that you're doing things that don't feel like it's too much of an effort over these fun summer months so that you stick with it.
I like that. Ease into it a little bit so you don't overwhelm yourself and go, nah, I don't want to do that anymore. All right, so what about any other tips? You got any other tips to share with us?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people ask me about food and eating and how can they stay healthy over the summer. Well, I like to focus on adding foods into our diet rather than taking foods away or restricting ourselves. So I actually have a free easy eating plan that you can download for free over at stepitupwithsteph.com, and I focus on reducing inflammation. So if you're someone that's looking to lose weight or help reduce chronic joint pain or any just regular aches and pains, or if you're looking to de-bloat, eating in an anti-inflammatory way with those leafy greens, lean proteins, and focusing on hydration is really your ticket to feeling your best this summer.
Stephanie, I got to be honest with you. I've always got to deal with hydration. I'm telling you, I don't drink enough water, and it is so real.
It's hard, and then you're sweating it out, you know, so you want to focus on at least half your body weight in ounces of water every day. And if you're exercising and sweating, you want to add in 8 ounces of water for every 15 minutes of working out, too.
Right on. Fantastic information. Thank you so much. Hey, before I let you go, Stephanie, where do we go to learn some more information?
Yeah, you can head on over to tipsontv.com.
Right on, tipsontv.com, easy enough. And folks at home, if you want to watch this segment again or others like it, just head over to First Coast News Plus.